Hello guys, Kersan Veloso ulit ito at welcome sa episode 19 ng laro tayo ng Disco Elysium. So teka, bago natin tuloy yung recording guys, bago natin tuloy yung episode, check ko lang si OBS kung record siya maayos. So teka, okay. Ayos man, so pwede natin continue yung ano natin, yung adventure ba tawag dun, pero research eh. Parang more on ano eh. Okay, load. Marami tayong nakuha information doon sa bangkay kaya lang gusto nang malis ni Kim sana kaya lang meron pa tayong kailangan activities eh. So may natin ka. Okay. Save ko lang dito sa ano. Okay, so papasok tayo dito sa ano, tatanong natin doon sa antique owner yung ano, ito ko doon sa na-discover nating rifle.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I wanted to ask about my missing gun. Hindi. Kasi ito. Hmm. Try natin to.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh, God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Have people from Everett Clare's Union come here to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
The lieutenant's eyebrows rise slightly. Okay, thanks for the review. Let's talk about something else.
Sure, man.
Try natin yung gun ulit.
Sure thing.
Walang bago.
Sure, man.
Kala ko may makukuha tayong information sa kanya na nabawasan lang yung ano natin.
Yes?
Tell me about the case again. I think you should know that I want to talk about you. You seem to be following wala. Tsaka kailangan pa natin ng pangbayad ng ano ng rent. Kailangan pa natin ng ano eh 446. Teka, hindi. Punta natin si Measurehead. Tanong natin yun sa tattoo, yung mga tattoo.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Wala dito ah. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorry man down the street.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? You're right. That's metric perfection. My race does not stand a chance. Say nothing.
Correct.
Know anything about this, Maga? Why are you not there? Let's go over that funky race classification again. Ah, oops, hindi na yan. Ba't yung, paano ko sasabihin sa kanya yung... Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simonese. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Wala. Pwede ba siya equip? Hindi.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Wala. Wala. In-expect ko yun dahil siya may tattoo eh. Hindi pwede pindutin.
Yes?
Ano ba yan? Nagkakamali kung pindot mo ba yan? Isa pang pwede natin tanungin yung nandito. Ikaw.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Ay, wala rin eh. Subukan natin yung ano. Subukan natin yung Hardy Boys. Balikan na natin. Teka. Try natin, sige, try natin magtanong doon sa ano. Sa police headquarters.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
At ito pala pwede tanong. Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50.100.1000. The make and model of the armor is Fairweather T500 VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Call tomorrow pa, ano ba yun? What's ICP?
The International Collaboration Police?
Okay.
They keep detailed records of all military technology produced by licensed manufacturers. That's one of the reasons the Moral intern spearheaded the creation of the ICP in the first place.
Okay. I'm done with the radio for now. End call.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Nakuha tayo dun. Task. Run the number on the victim's armor. Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor. At least meron nangyari dun. Teka. Asan na yung mga naglalaro dito? Baka may information din sila eh. Try natin.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Ano ba yan?
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
You mentioned Jean-Marie Beaulieu. Who is that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
So you both know her? What happened to her? Sounds like this is between you two. I have other matters to address, Asan. So you both know her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
He jerks forwards, but then grabs his chest and stops. Easy, fellows. No need for this to get ugly. Do not intervene. Sorry, but I really wanted to just ask some questions. Ano ba? So, sige, try.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
René repeats, trying to steady his breathing and still clutching his chest.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
Pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You,
The tall veteran looks at you and nods.
no point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer,
What happened to her? Sounds like this is between you two. I have other matters to address. Sige to. Huwag na. Nagagalit na eh.
Sure, officer. It's better for René's flickering ticket too. Not that he'd ever had made anything that needs tinkering.
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man? Looks delicious. Point to the sandwich. Can I have a bite of that? Okay, wag na. Bye for now. Saan yung isa? Ito.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Legendary. Low. Subukan ko to pero papause ko muna guys. Teka. I-save ko lang sandali tapos subukan ko kunin yon. Okay, so pause ko muna dito guys. Tignan ko kung makukuha ko yan ha. Dali lang.
His partner and back. The medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
How many medals are there?
2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
Look at the cross. Look at the sun. Look at the sun.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below.
Okay, look at the cross.
A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle.
The medals point to his chest. Did you get them? Did you get them for? Did you get them for? Ganun yata ang pagbasa nun.
For bravery.
He interjects.
It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in his service days.
But that's what I was going to say. Bravery. Not for killing babies or not for raping women or or bravery. Sige to.
I'm sure, but I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies.
Ano ba yun? Hindi ko nga tinanong yun eh. No, I really wasn't. I'm just asking. So did you? I don't know the reputation of anything. Don't even recognize the war. Sounds controversial. Let's talk about something else, Ateh. Sige, number 2.
Honor is everything to me.
He says with grim finality.
Whoa! Sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off the memory lane.
So what did you get the medals for? Sounds like there's a story there. But I'd like to talk about something else right now. I don't have to go.
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
2 in the afternoon na.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Save the primeling. Listen, Renee, I might wanna hear that story later, but right now, I have more important things to discuss. Tuloy na.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frisel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Must have been a bloodbath. Pretty damn clever indeed. Bastards slowly shake your head. Kasi para ito mas bagay.
I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
Ala,
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
he pats his right thigh. Okay, then what did you do? Shattered knee. Interesting. Actually, can we pick it up later? Ano again? Tuloy natin.
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Joe Lestresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
I think that's a fighter. I'd give up. Can't imagine living without my jaw. That's your jaw. This would never happen to Johnny Lojo. Pointer jaw. My jaw is tight. I've been through worse. Number one.
So I grabbed the dink and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit.
Okay, yeah.
He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
Thanks for the story. Thanks for the story, Renee.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Eversholians. Men with backbone.
Oh, yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Ay, very low. Teka. Save ko lang ulit. Tapos tignan ko kung makukuha ko, guys. So, teka. Save natin. Okay, so papasok ko muna sandali. Tignan ko makukuha yun. So, very low eh. Talaga makuha, guys. Huwag na lang. Hanap na lang tayo ng ibang mapagtatanungan. Or na, teka. Saan pa kaya tayo pwede magtatanong? Ay,
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
case solved. Try natin. Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Wait, what did I crack exactly? Open and shut. I don't even need to think about this anymore. Goodbye. Finish that. Wait, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband. The missing husband. Try natin. It's the future leader of a proletarian uprising. It's some third option. It's her husband. Try natin.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing though? But he is missing. You heard her. The worry in her voice.
Give me champagne. I'm going in. This doesn't add up. I'm only making a fool of myself. I'll try natin.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
Try natin. So, ito yung asawa niya. Yata. We can't be sure, so tignan natin. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
She crosses her arms. But you said you didn't know where he was. Well, I found him nevertheless. I'm that good. Number one.
And I specifically added that I didn't need to know where he was.
But I found him nevertheless. I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
She's getting impatient. Her hands now picking on a random book cover. There, point to the working class drunk down near the sea. Right around the corner, he has he has pissed himself. Our hamming toting comrade was at the bottom of those stairs. Ito na lang direkta.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
I found a working class drunk, and I thought he might be yours.
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands.
She
You know
glances
what?
over your shoulders. You know what?
Remember, about that what. Never ever say what.
I'm not saying what. Something bad, I guess. I'm sorry. I say stupid things sometimes. I didn't mean to annoy.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ha, blam. Knew it.
But didn't you say your husband was kind and helpful? So is he missing as well?
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends.
She looks away.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She has completely forgotten about her books. Staring blank into the distant instead.
There. She's worried now.
Kim, is it just me or do we have a missing persons case here? Don't worry, I'm going to find him and bring him back home, promise. But if he's with his friends, then he's not really missing. No need for the police to get involved. Don't take the case. Kim, is it just me or do we have number 2?
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
What does your husband look like? When did you last see him? I think I got it. Thanks, Asta.
Honestly, not that different from you.
She eyes you from head to toe. So let me guess, he's disco. Like a late stage alcoholic then. Right. We're dealing with a cop. What do you mean by that? Number 2 malamang.
That's one way to put it, yes. No offense. I'd also add he's a little bit chubby.
I see. What else? Chubby siya. Okay. Okay.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds,
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
She looks back at you, shaking her head. Well, if that jacket is really that cool, then I can really totally understand. He took it out of the bin? Wow, that's filthy. Tayo ginagawa rin natin yan eh. So, baka number 1.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got it. Thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
Yes, I will bring him back home to you. Take the case. Sorry.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
Check natin. Find working class husband. The working class woman you met in front of the bookstore admitted that her husband is missing. Chances are the guy is drinking somewhere with his buddies. Find him and bring him home if possible. Okay?
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
He gives her a slip of paper.
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
It's a phone number. Okay. Meron pa bagong quest. Ano pa tayo? Library. Wala ko alam na library so far. Okay, subukan ulit kapain tong isang to. So, save ko lang ulit guys, tapos try ko ulit kapain. Auto save. Get out of here. Okay. Pause ko muna guys ha. Try ko lang ulit to. Guys, yung usual attempts ko na usually 10, wala nagawa. So walang lumabas. Hindi natin nakuha. So saan kaya? Kausapin natin si yung dito. Try natin.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Sa kanya pala itatanong. Do you know something about these tattoos? Show her the photo.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoos. Fine. Let's return to it later. Why? How is she looking at the photo tied to the lynching? Ito muna.
Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Thank you na lang. Wala eh. So, subukan na natin yung Hardy Boys ulit. Sige, doon na tayo punta. Bakit to? May point bang kausapin to? Wala. Try natin siya.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Wala. natin si, Garrett.
Can I help
Si
you?
Garth. Wala. Sige, try natin itong mga to. Pagkataon, baka bumalik ako kay Everett.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the hardy girl?
I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
He's right, You're very pretty. Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school. Okay, let's change the topic. Sige, try natin.
The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Okay. Tanong natin itong mga to. Ay, meron nga pala rito. Pwede rin try ko. Save ko. Tapos subak ko ulit kapain. Try ko ulit kapain. Meron dito eh. Okay guys, so wala talaga. Hindi ko nakuha. Mababa talaga yung chances. Ikaw.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Ito low. Sabi natin, number 3. I just found a bullet in the hangman's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
The lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, Just statistically speaking, of course.
I'm gonna ask you again. Why was this show them the bullet in the victim's head? I think the hanging was a cover up for the shooting. Did you guys shoot him? Don't worry. We will figure this out sooner or later. Kasi ito number 2. Pag dinirekta natin ito, medyo delikado eh.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Pasaway talaga itong mga to.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Wag na yan. Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Okay. Teka. I'm going to go off now. Authority. So, hanap tayo ng gear na authority additional. Kaya tayo isa. Hindi. Ito plus. -2. Kailangan ko plus eh. Wala. Never mind. Save ko lang guys. Tapos try natin ulit na nakapain. Low lang naman, hindi naman very low eh. Okay, so pause mo na. Ako rin.
Swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Where have you seen this before? I get it. Titus, you guys really are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No. I'm drunk on the job too. I don't give a shit just like you guys. No. I'm also a big fan of beer and of jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job like you. Uh, Either 1 or 3, eh? So si number 1 na lang siguro.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help. Someone's been raped. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her. Number 1?
Titus?
He looks at her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
The lieutenant takes out his notes.
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the World.
Oh, skill point, nice.
A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amon Ju with an O-U.
Yung nakausap natin. Ako nating done. You have to gain authority. Ako na.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Flashy. Correct your tie. Miss Orange Disco Dancer? Low. Masyado mababa. Miss Orange Disco Dancer? Medyo mababa kasi kung pwede ko lang i-save sana eh. Wag na lang. Miss Orange Disco Dancer?
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Low pa rin eh. Hindi ba pwede i-save? Sayang naman eh. So, never mind. Sige, kung pumalpak man, wala nang choice eh. Yun lang eh.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
Pause ko muna guys. Subukan kong kapain. Yung hanggang sa makarating sa point na yan. So, teka lang.
Add cool
Nako ko rin guys.
after the victim's name, but no one notices. Your spine is too damn straight. None of these people would ever suspect you've met her.
Ang ginawa ko guys para makuha ko yan. Nung nakuha kong point, nilagay ko dito sa kung ano kagad. Nilagay ko saan yan? Nilagay ko kagad sa composure. Saan na yan? Ito, nilagay ko kagad dito. So, 5 na. So, yan. Nabigyan ako ng konting point. So, isa pa. Pwede pa. Wag na muna, total. Nakuha na eh. So, iba natin kunin. So, teka. Continue.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
What was her relationship with the mercenary? When did the rape happen? What is your relationship with her? I think I know her. Thank you. We'll talk to her. Sige, I think I know her.
You don't know her.
You're wrong. I do. You're right. I don't. Say nothing na lang.
Good boy.
What was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Okay.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Sige. Basta alam natin, ayoko na itanong to kasi alam na natin kung nasan, kung kailan eh. A few week, last week daw eh. Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
At least may nakuha tayo.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
So there's a lack of magnesium in me? My magnesium level is fine. Discard the thought. Wag na. Ano yan eh, drugs na naman eh. Wag na lang. Speak to the assault victim. Go upstairs and knock on the door. Knock on the door number 3 to talk to the supposed victim of the hanged man. See what she has to say to you. Kaya pala siya medyo nung nakausap natin. Teka, save ko muna. So ginawa ko para makuha, tumaas yung point natin. Nagpalit ako ng pants. Sinuot ko itong may composure. Pwede ko pa kaya increase yung perception? Hindi na pwede. Although may point nga tayo eh. Saan kaya pwede ilagay? Reaction speed, no. Sneak under their noses. Stand with immense panache. Interfacing. Wag na muna kung ano yung mga kailangan natin mamaya. Sige, kausapin na natin yan. Room number 3. So, save ko muna Magti-3 Magti-3 o'clock in the afternoon na. Save natin. So, wag natin siya kausapin. So, hindi daw natin, wag lang daw natin siya babastusin.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door.
This is the police. Can we come in?
But usually dapat pag nagganon ng tanong, dapat sabihin nyo, sige. Dapat, yes.
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Wag nga daw siya bastusin eh. Piles of dirty clothes, a woman's. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. Sige, subukan natin mag-explore. Parang nasa malayo daw siya eh. So, try natin. Sige, save. 9 minutes pa, may 9 minutes pa naman tayo. So, try natin. The bed has been hastily made. There's something there. Ito.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your fingers across the surface of the glass. Okay, sige.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
In doormat. The smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Nag-auto save. Menthol. Cold coffee and an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Siya. Oops, wag na muna. Load muna. Load. Hindi muna tayo ano. Nasa taas pala siya eh. So dapat explore muna tayo sa baba.
Yes?
Hindi ikaw, yung pinto. Pinto ng CR. Baka may items tayo dito pwedeng gamitin.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Look at the medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Search the bottles, Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Oh, hi. Sige, go.
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that
Ba yan?
plastic container.
What's so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Low. Close to cabinet. Dali, save ko na lang dito. Try ko tapos end na natin kung makukuha ko. Save. Auto-save. Get out of here. I don't need auto-saves. Interfacing. Wala, sayang. O, teka, try ko kapain.
Slides into your palm.
Guys.
Then, as you turn, into your pocket. Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now.
Hindi tayo gagamit niyan, no. Drugs are bad, okay? There's quite a collection in here.
Anything of note?
Search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
What's Nacra?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Close the cabinet. Okay, so tayo pag item. +1 motorics, -1 morale. No. Hindi tayo gagamit yan. Kung pwede nga ibenta ko eh. So anyway, teka. Meron pa dito. In the yard below, a corpse lies under the pine tree. Okay. Ito sa taas. Kakausapin natin yung ano. Pero next episode na, so save ko lang muna. Teka, check ko lang. Meron pa. Wala na. Save ko lang. Tapos end na natin episode for today. Isa pa. Okay. Main menu. Auto-save na naman pasaway. Get rid of that. Okay, so anyway guys, so end na natin for now. So, Kersan Velosa signing off guys. Tuloy na lang ulit natin itong game natin next episode.